Today, we are diving deep into one of the most responsible, disciplined, and frankly, most trusted personality types out there, the ISTJ, also known as the inspector. So let me ask you something, just to see if this clicks. Are you the kind of person who always follows the rules, even when absolutely nobody is watching?
And how about this one? Is being on time more than just a suggestion for you? Is it like a fundamental principle? And be honest, does it secretly drive you kind of crazy when other people are late?
And maybe this one hits home. Do you ever find yourself looking at a project or a task or heck, even just a messy room, and you get that sinking feeling that you're the only one who really cares about getting it done right? If you've been nodding along to all of that, well, there is a very, very good chance you are an ISTJ. And today we're going to break down exactly what that means. Look, if you're an ISTJ, you've probably felt misunderstood at some point. Maybe people have called you too serious or too strict or even boring. But here's the thing you need to know. That so-called seriousness, that's actually your secret weapon. It is the very thing that makes our world function. I mean, really think about it for a second. The systems we all rely on every single day, our schools, our companies, our governments, even the stability within our families, they all depend on people who value order and responsibility. For an ISTJ, this isn't just some casual preference. It's a deep-seated need to create security and predictability in what can be a very chaotic world. You could say that these pillars of society are standing strong because of ISTJs. So what really makes an ISTJ tick? Well, it all boils down to 4 core preferences. You can think of it like a psychological operating system. So let's go ahead and decode that code. The acronym itself, ISTJ, stands for introvert, sensing, thinking, and judging. Let's peel back the layers on what each of those really means in practice. First up, we've got I for introvert. Now, this isn't about being shy. That's a common mistake. It's all about where you get your energy. ISTJs recharge their batteries with solitude and quiet, focused work, not by making small talk in a crowded room. Next is S for sensing. This means you put your trust in what's real, what's tangible, what's factual. You live in the world of concrete details and proven information, not abstract theories, wild guesses, or, let's be real, unnecessary drama. Then we have T for thinking. When it's time to make a decision, your gut instinct is to use logic and objective principles. You're driven by what is fair, what is correct, and what makes the most logical sense, not necessarily what just feels good in the moment. And finally, J for judging. And listen, this one is super important. It does not mean you're judgmental. It means you prefer a life that is planned, orderly, and structured. You thrive on schedules and predictability. Last-minute chaos? Yeah, that's pretty much your worst nightmare. Okay, so we've decoded the letters. That's the theory. But what does this unique combination of traits actually look like when it shows up in the real world? Oh man, this just nails the ISTJ experience perfectly, doesn't it? In any group setting, while some people are off in la la land, the ISTJ is the one with their head down, just making steady, quiet progress. It comes from this innate sense of duty to just uphold your end of the bargain and see things through. And you see the exact same thing in a professional setting. An ISTJ hears a deadline, and in their head, they set it for 2 days earlier. They just don't procrastinate, because that deep sense of responsibility simply won't let them. It's all about being reliable. Now, this intense focus and honesty can definitely lead to some common misconceptions. People might mistake your focused nature for being boring. They might see your direct, to-the-point communication as rude, and because you don't wear your heart on your sleeve, they might assume you don't have emotions, when in reality, ISTJs feel things incredibly deeply. I love this metaphor because it's so true. An ISTJ doesn't rush things. They aren't building with sand that's just going to get washed away by the next tide. Nope, they are patiently, purposefully building a life with stone, creating a foundation that is steady, strong, and truly built to last. So let's just call these traits what they really are. They're superpowers. Your discipline, your consistency, that incredible sense of responsibility, your laser focus, your unwavering honesty, and the fact that people know without a doubt that they can trust you completely. These are immense strengths. But of course, as we know, every superpower can have a potential downside, right? So let's talk about finding balance. It's about understanding the challenges that can come with being an ISTJ, and more importantly, how to turn them into real opportunities for growth. we have to ask ourselves, what are the potential blind spots that come with this incredible sense of duty and structure? Where can these amazing strengths, if you overuse them, actually become a challenge? Well, that strict adherence to rules can sometimes tip over into rigidity. That resistance to change, it's not about being stubborn just to be stubborn. It's because new feels unproven, and unproven feels risky. Those high standards you hold for yourself can make you your own harshest critic, and sometimes that can spill over onto others. And that discomfort with feelings, it often comes from a place where emotions just feel messy and unpredictable, so unlike the beautiful clarity of facts and logic. And this right here is where the real growth happens for an ISTJ. It's about learning that not everything needs your control. It's about recognizing when to hold the line and when to just embrace a little flexibility. You know, sometimes the most responsible thing you can do is to let go. And letting go isn't abandoning your responsibility. It's actually a different kind of strength. It's about trusting others and trusting the process. So let's bring it all together. At your very core, you are the inspector. You are the responsible one, the practical one, the reliable one. This is not something you should ever try to change. It is your powerful, unshakable foundation. So the question isn't whether your foundation is strong. We know it is. The real question is, knowing its incredible strengths and its potential stress points, how will you choose to build upon it from here?
एक कदम विकसित भारत की ओर।